challenges does Debo?
A lot of them, and they're fullback. Those guys are all over the place. You don't know where they're going to be, and obviously they're tied in. Kittle, those three guys, you don't know where they're going to be. They do a lot of different things for them, and they're just all three really tough to defend. And I think Kittle's getting healthy now, so I think we'll see more of him in this ball game.
With Debo specifically and what he's shown he can do after the catch, how do you work to contain that, some of the focal points for your defense, knowing that that's what he can do?
Well, I think you have to tackle well, and then you have to really leverage him well, run good angles, and then we have to play hard, so a lot of people show up to tackle him. I think he has 250 yards and 197 are after the catch. So he's dynamic with the ball in his hand. So, and they get it to him a number of different ways. Kyle does a great job of getting him the ball from a lot of different positions in a lot of different ways.
How have those tackles been playing? The ones that have stepped in for Trent Williams being one, and I think Mike. Do they have another guy at right too as well?
Yeah, well, they're on their third left tackle now. So, but we all have injuries, right? All of us do. After 4 games, if you look in the National Football League, a lot of people are playing with some backups. So it's just part of the game, and so we'll play with some, like we don't have Jeremy Chinn, right? So, everybody's doing that. So they'll fill in and they'll operate well with him.
On that point about Jeremy, I'll follow up, but how do you replace someone like Jeremy Chinn?
Well, you don't replace really good players, right? But we have guys that'll go in and play, and they'll play well. So it's just, that's the way this league is in football. You're going to have injuries, and the next guy's got to step up and play.
How changed your philosophy? Because you use Jeremy in so many different ways, and the other guys are probably more limited, I guess, to where they can go.
Yeah, they can be. It depends on, what we're going to do with those safeties. But, Jeremy brings a special set of skills, and when you don't have that, you have to adjust.
Who will start there? Will it be Miles, Sean, or Justin?
Miles will play at safety and nickel, and then you have Sean will play some at safety too. So we're going to probably have to use all our defensive backs in this football game.
How does it help that those defensive backs you just named, even someone like Kenny Robinson hasn't been around here and in this system for a while?
Mm-hmm. Are you asking me about
the replacement defensive backs? Like, it's not like you guys are bringing in people who you need to give a crash course lesson on your guys' scheme. They've been here.
Yeah, we've been fortunate. We have some guys that have left that know the system that we bring back. So, that really helps when you can do that. I think a lot of the teams are doing that now. They have guys in OTAs and during the preseason, and then bring them back when they need them.
You're likely not surprised by this. You guys have been talking about it all offseason, all preseason. Frankie Luvu has been playing very well. Mm-hmm. The reason for that, and just your impressions of Jeremy through these of Frankie through these first 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, Frankie, really, we've scored 2 weeks in a row, and he's been a part of that in both of them. So, but Frankie, that's why we signed him back. We thought we could really take him to the next level and become a complete linebacker, and he's starting to do that. So, Frankie is fun to be around.
You say it's fun to be around. Has he taught you the Si Vital, the chant they do?
I'm not smart enough to do all that stuff. But no, it's fun. It's fun when those guys do that. I think our players really enjoy that. Yep.
When you on batted down passes, I know your offense has had problems with that. Is there an art to that? Can you describe that? What that's like?
Well, I'll give you an example. J.C. Horn, the last 2 weeks have batted the ball down, one for an interception, and really the one he batted down last week could have been intercepted. It popped up, we just didn't see it. He has a knack of rushing and not leave his feet, but knock the ball down. So there is a knack to that. When you're really rushing hard, you're not you're doing other things with your hands. So some guys don't rush real hard and jump up and block passes because they're not pushing the pocket, right? So it depends on philosophically what you do up front. And we're really pushing the pocket. So there's times that I wish that we'd get our hands up. We're not, but we're doing other things with our hands, and so that can happen.
Do you find quarterbacks out there that you read their tendencies, you know when to jump? Is that stuff you study or?
Well, I think the shorter the guy, there's more apt to block, knock passes down, right? That happens to those guys. But like last week, Jay Watt always has knocked down a lot of passes, right? That's part of his MO, and some guys have that skill and knack.
You guys have faced a handful of teams with good running attacks already. How do you think you fared in keeping them behind the sticks?
The sticks.
Being inefficient on first and second?
I think we have. The Cleveland game would be the one that at times we did not. But, right now we're 12th in yards per carry in the league. We're 25th in run defense because of how many runs have been run against us, right? But per carry. So I think we've done a nice job. The Cleveland game at times we got behind the chains. And so, and that's going to be really big this week. That this offense is in third and short. You really struggle stopping these guys.
Phil, at times do you feel like your defense has just gotten worn out? I mean, you guys have been on the field a lot this season. I think more than any other defense.
We don't even talk about that, right? We have to play for 60 minutes, and really our goal is that they have fewer points than we have. I mean, that's what defensively. So that's the goal every week, and it doesn't matter whether you're on the field 50 plays or 80 plays. That's the goal. So that's what we talk about.
Has that time of possession disparity affected the way either you call a game or your rotations?
It hasn't with our rotation. We've pretty much, we have guys that play in certain packages. I've been really happy with the rotation of our players. But no, I mean, when I call the game, it depends on the down and distance and what they do out of that group and all that. So I'm not really looking into time of possession when I call it.
You don't ever think, man, we were just out on the field for a 9-play, 89-yard drive. That you don't.
No, we don't think that way.
Any more for Coach Snow?
Thanks.